Hi, this is Travis from the Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this clip on the Political Voices Network.
And the feds are coming. Who said that?
Yaki Doodle.
No, former Trump attorney Ty Cobb.
Oh.
Which makes it so much more delightful.
I saw that interview with Ty Cobb, yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Hang on. I gotta wipe my eyes. Put the Frank stack over here. Okay. Hang on a second.
Frank's coming up in 20 minutes. This will be fun.
There's going to be a lot to talk about.
Frank Figluzzi.
Maybe I'll stop laughing by then. Okay. Palmer report says Jim Jordan holds the chairman position and majority control of the House Judiciary Committee, and yet House Democrat Dan Goldman still manages to utterly dominate Jordan in every committee hearing. Can I just say, our people are just so much smarter and better and come prepared and come with the facts and are fantastic lawyers, be it Dan Goldman or Stacey Plaskett or Schiff or Swalwell or Lou, you name it. They're just... Oh my God, they're so outclassed. Yeah. It becomes...
They don't know what they're doing.
Give me some Stacey Plaskett, please. Okay. Here we go.
This hearing is evidence, as if we needed any more, that MAGA Republicans are a threat to the rule of law in America. Less than 2 months ago, former President Trump, facing mounting investigations into his many alleged crimes, declared that, quote, Republicans in Congress should defund the DOJ and the FBI until they can come to their senses. And we all know that when Trump says jump, the Republicans in the House say, how high?
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. One more, Stacey Plaskett yesterday.
The real thing that Americans need to be focused on is why. My Republican colleagues would like me and others to believe that they've suddenly found religion when it comes to misconduct in law enforcement. Give me a break. When the FBI is rifling through personal correspondence of people of color, when law enforcement tries to push policies to limit the freedom of people practicing a different religion, or unjustly pursuing people in cars who look like Philando Castile or my children, or who are just going about their business, or breaking down the doors of people's homes like Breonna Taylor, do you think my Republican colleagues care about that?
Nope.
Not at all.
On fire. Fire. Who is America's early warning system?
Black ladies.
Yeah, well, specifically Frangela, yes, but Stacey Plaskett, Jasmine Crockett, who we played yesterday. Fantastic.
I saved a little bit more of her for Frangela.
I know you did. Goodbye. Who said the far-right MAGA crowd has been screaming that the FBI is biased against them, but then we have 3 witnesses that have been disciplined because they inserted their politics into their job performance? Who said that?
Chopper.
No, Frank Figluzzi, who will join us in just
a few moments.
I did again. It was another tease. It's a guess the coat and a tease.
Yes.
Because I am magic. See how I weave? I'm a dream weaver. What? I don't.
What?
Okay, and also Jim Jordan does not appear to know the rules of the House, which seems to be a problem.
Especially
you
since
have
he's
to
leading that committee.
So he says he got all this information from his whistleblowers, and they're like, okay, so you share that. Anybody knows that any basic understanding of a trial or anything, you have to share the information
with everybody.
That's the House.
They did a deposition.
Okay, so here's Plaskett versus
Chair, just as a point of order, I understand, and we have been made aware from what you stated in your opening statement, as well as in a press conference earlier, that Mr. Allen did meet with you all and might have testimony that was transcribed. And I understand that he stated that he did not feel comfortable meeting with the Democrats. He's comfortable being here today in this open forum. We will be questioning him. Will you give us a copy of that testimony that was transcribed of your discussions with him?
That'll be up to Mr. Allen.
But you are in possession of them, aren't you?
Sure are.
So why would you not give them to us?
Because Mr. Allen's a whistleblower and he didn't want that to happen.
He didn't want, but he's comfortable here in open discussion with us today?
Sure is. You can ask him questions if you want.
He just thinks if he talks faster, that
it's such a D.
We'll notice. Dan Goldman, following up on that.
You don't share your information with the minority?
Nope.
No, so you're not sharing information that you've obtained with the
whistleblower saw what you did with Mr. Friend and others, the false information you gave the press, so much so that they had to issue corrections.
The whistleblower doesn't decide that. The committee decides it.
and we've decided.
And you've decided
We've
that you're not
have
going to
Mr.
share.
Mr. Allen is here. You can ask him questions, and we can talk about the testimony. But right now, you're not getting the testimony. Mr. Allen's here to testify.
And you'll give us the testimony when? After he's left, or at no point in time, or when will we have that? That's only for the Republicans. Is that what you're saying?
Oh my
thing
God.
is-
They're so good. It's a house rule.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not, we're just making this up.
The thing is, what's the recourse? If he just completely refuses
Yes.
to give, what's
Yes.
the recourse?
There is no
Yeah.
recourse because the
That
Republicans
is a
control the
major
House. That is the
problem.
problem. Yeah,
That's
no,
a
it is.
major
It is
problem.
a huge problem.
And I love Jim Jordan trying to spin that they were paid by Kash Patel, Trump's stooge Kash
Yeah.
Patel. He's like, oh, they have to make a living somehow. It's like, what? When you get fired for cause because
Yeah.
you're a lunatic that won't do your job, won't investigate January 6th terrorists, really, and you get fired, you're like, oh, well, he has to feed his family. So, oh, I see. So he needs to take money from Trump's
A donation.
and sycophants.
A donation.
Oh my God! Can you imagine if again, any Democratic whistleblowers were paid directly by George Soros? Oh, give
God.
me a break! Oh my God! Okay, so back to Ron DeSantis. You can't beat that timing, can you? He blows up $1 billion infrastructure deal. Is he really declaring today? I thought it was next week.
I
That would be
haven't heard.
fantastic.
I don't think anybody
Make
knows
America,
for sure.
Make America Florida
he may have
today would
postponed
be,
after this.
would be fantastic. Yeah, he might be putting that off just a bit. Oh my God. I mean, oh my God.
Is he only talking to people in his bubble
don't know.
that are telling him that things in Florida are going great?
I don't know.
I think
Because everyone I know in Florida can't stand the guy.
I gotta.
This is how they operate, though. They operate in this like false narrative world, it's
Right.
a positive feedback loop.
Where he's
like,
great,
Like Trump
yeah.
was the same thing.
Right.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of which, got to get your take on this. And I think Hal Sparks has said this from day one. We should ask him. You know what? We'll definitely, if no other time, we'll ask him October 21st at the Saban Theater in L.A. if you can still get tickets, because they are kind of flying out the door.
Tickets are flying out the door.
Yeah.
You better get tickets.
Yeah, with Frangela, John
Yes.
Fugelsang, the only one this year. Glenn Kirschner, and a
Right.
cavalcade of stars to be named later.
And if you're coming in from out of town, we have
Yes.
a great hotel just down the street from the Saban Theater. And there's info about it at sexyliberal.com in
Yes.
the tour section.
Unofficially, the indictment tour. Look what got here just yesterday. My Schadenfreude-delicious Donnie Dahlhan's Off the Cuff Tour t-shirt. Available now at stephaniemiller.com.
Those hands are kind of cute, actually.
Aren't they cute? Teeny little orange hands.
Yeah, they're-
Okay. Well, here's what I
It would
wanted to
be
get
cute if they
your
were grabbing you by the pee.
Here's what I wanted to get your take on, because I don't know why I've had this creeping feeling the last few days too, and I think Hal has said it, but Palmer Report said Trump never did reschedule the Iowa rally after he postponed it due to quote-unquote weather. It's so obvious he's not actually running for anything, and it's all just a temporary grift before he goes to prison, and the media is just playing along with his imaginary campaign for ratings.
Yeah, he's paying his legal bills with
Hal
the
has
money.
said that from day one.
Yeah.
Is he's not going to, I don't know what point he's going to drop out, but I just feel like, didn't someone just find out that MAGA actually stands for something Rube in Nigerian? Basically, or gullible fool, I think is what it actually. I don't know who you are if you're still giving money to Donald Trump for something.
Whatever.
It is. Oh, because he's a victim of his own
correct.
crimes
Right.
over and over
Yeah.
again. So you must,
As you do.
Yeah.
He's still the front runner, though. I don't think he's going to drop out if
Yeah.
he's
Well,
the front
that
runner.
says more about the Republican Party.
Well, there you go.
True.
Twice impeached.
He may win their primaries, but he's not going to win the general again.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I don't know what to be
Right.
rooting for. I don't know when to root for him to drop out or to not drop out and then just lose by 11 billion. Has anyone ever lost by 11? Oh, let me ask my dad in Goldwater.
Well, once we get 11 billion people on the planet
Okay.
and then have them move to
Yeah.
the United States,
Right.
someone conceivably could lose by 11 billion.
All right. Okay. All right. All right. And scene.
Republicans say they won't cut Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid. But can honest, hard-working middle-class Americans really believe what these politicians say? Republicans said they wouldn't overturn Roe v. Wade. Here's what Supreme Court Justices Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and Coney Barrett said during their Senate confirmation hearings.
Roe v. Wade. It is a precedent of the United States Supreme Court. A good judge will consider it as precedent of the United States Supreme Court.
Roe v. Wade. It's settled as a precedent of the Supreme Court.
Roe is not a super precedent, but that doesn't mean that Roe should be overruled.
Well, we saw how that turned out. They played us for fools. Tell your elected officials to keep their hands off of our Social Security and health care benefits. Fool me once. Let Majority Rule was responsible for this message. LetMajorityRule.org is a project of the Marvin Lucas Super PAC, which is responsible for and paid for this ad and is not affiliated with or authorized by any political campaign or candidate or candidates committee.